Hey everyone, welcome back to Gaming Iguana. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Scorched Earth Edition. As you may notice behind me, we have tamed a few more parasaurs since the last episode. And the reason for that is that these guys are what I like to call pack mules. Today's episode is going to be about taking a journey to go find some crystal and some obsidian on the other parts of the map, since over by the green obelisk they really don't have a whole lot of crystal and obsidian available. In fact, I think there's none. So that's the idea. Today we are going to take the raptor pack and take Cherry and these little pack mules that I tamed up. Obviously they're just kind of random low levels. They were just parasaurs hanging around the base that I decided to tame. And we're gonna go and get ourselves a few resources and bring them back. Alright, first things first, we're gonna rename our lead raptor here. So due to a viewer suggestion for this raptor's name, I'm gonna name this guy Brimstone, and everybody else is going to be called the Squad. Because it's our raptor squad. A little bit difficult to reach these guys. Alright. Got it. Oops. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So now we have Brimstone and the squad. We have our high-level parasaur Cherry, and then we have just these three random pack mules who are going to be carrying stuff around for us. Awesome. And then I have also collected up all the resources we need to make a tent in case we run into a sandstorm while we are out and about. So we're just going to craft that up. We may need to put it on a parasaur. It is a bit heavy. Actually, we'll be okay. Awesome. Cool. So we are going to set off and start looking for some crystal and obsidian. This may be a bit of a slow journey. Those parasaurs are slower than the raptors are by far. Essentially, I think we're going to go south first. There is a little mountain down kind of that direction that has crystal and obsidian on it. And I think we're going to hit that up first, see how much we can gather. And then from there, well, we will see if we need to get more, and then if we need more, we can go up. There's a few places over by the red obelisk we can get to, I think. Cool. Alright, so I really hope you guys have been enjoying the last few episodes. I am starting to get a little bit more consistent with the release schedule of these videos, so I think I'm going to aim for one video every Wednesday and one video every Sunday, and hopefully that will work out and I'll be able to keep up a schedule like that. And let me know if you guys are enjoying this video at any point by hitting the like button. If you have not already, it really helps me out, helps promote the channel, helps promote the videos. Make sure we have everybody. There we go. Alright. Well, that's a cool looking Yankee. What level are you? 40. It's not great. In the next couple of episodes, we are now, I think, about level 34. Yep, 34. So we can now tame a Dodic. We can make the saddle for it. And very soon we will also be able to make an Anki saddle in just a couple of levels. So the next few episodes after this one are probably going to focus on some water. Are going to focus on taming up those dinosaurs, those utility dinos, and maybe expanding the base a little bit, maybe making a stable since we now have a lot of these creatures just hanging around the base. I don't like leaving them out in the open. Raptors do spawn really close to us, so the less we have that happening, the better. Oh, that's a cool Dodic. Level 8. All the Easter levels seem to be really low. Ah, come on. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can sort out this mosh pit. Excellent. Alright, I think you're on passive. I think I might have forgotten to put these on passive. They are on ignore group whistles, which you can find under behavior. And this option normally says ignore group whistles, which means that once I have them on passive, these parasaurs should not actually attack anything that I tell the raptor squad to attack. And that's because they have really low health. And I really don't want them to die if I can help it. But I also don't want to put too many levels into health because these guys, well, they're pack mules. So I want them to just be able to carry a whole lot. So that's why I'm pumping everything into weight for these. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to need to change all of these. Where is it? Behavior, stance. Behavior, stance, passive. Awesome. Okay, so now these guys should stop trying to jump into any fights we get into, which is good. Actually, I am going to harvest up these Silica Pearls while I'm here. So Silica Pearls are one of the items that you can use to make your desert goggles, which are super helpful in sandstorms and things. You can still see. It doesn't totally wipe out your world with the sand. And so that's why we need a lot of those. Plus, when we eventually get to the electronics tier, we are going to want them for the purposes of making electronics and refrigerators and stuff like that. So I'm just going to collect up a few more of these. We do already have some back at base from the last time we were out, so we don't need too many. Yeah, they can carry all those. Alright, so we're going to keep moving. And I like all these really cool Dodics. And that is a really cool Morellatops. I do have plans to tame Morellatops and Percoptodons, these kangaroos, pretty soon. But I want to get a few other things sorted out around the base first. And once we've done that, then I'm going to go out, look for a high level one to tame up. Because right now I don't think we're really set up to where we can house those bigger dinos very easily. We're still kind of nomadic right now, just kind of floating around on raptors and parasaurs. So I think we should wait to get those until we have a better place to keep them, where they won't get killed out in the open. There we go. Excellent. So this dry riverbed obviously is a fantastic place to collect up Silica Pearls. I actually think this map is probably one of the easiest maps to get Silica Pearls on because you don't have to go into any water to get it. They're just kind of laid out in these valleys here, which is kind of amazing because going underwater on the island and the other maps can be a huge ordeal, especially with like the number of megalodons that spawn out there. Oh no, Rex. Well, we're not gonna have a choice. Oh, that was cool. That's a really cool Rex. Whew. Okay. So that happened. Rex out of nowhere. But we have a really good squad. The squad managed. I have no idea who killed it, but that's okay. Yeah, this area does get pretty dangerous. Rexes do spawn down here in this corner of the map, so we should be careful and looking out for those things, now that I think about it. Alright, But we're also getting close to the mountain I want to get to. Hello, dire wolves. And this raptor squad is killing it. Literally, actually. Alright, so I'm aiming for 2k health on the raptor squad, so now that we've got that, I'm gonna start pumping melee on these guys, just to kind of keep everything leveled out. 2k health should be enough. I don't really expect these guys to live too terribly long. It's not a huge deal if we lose any of them, except for maybe Brimstone. That's my level. I would be a little upset if we lost this one, just because it is the higher level one. Alright. Oh, that's a cool jerboa. We still have Easter jerboas and other dinos on this map. Oh, that one's really neat looking. There's one over there too. It's green and yellow. But we are not taming jerboas today. I'm just admiring them. Make sure we still have everyone. I do have to say, the new roar on the TLC past Rexes is kind of amazing. That was particularly terrifying, actually. For a second there, I honestly thought we were gonna die. Where are the other parasaurs? Okay. Sometimes when creatures are following, they kind of like blink in and out of existence. So I think we're actually still missing a parasaur. Did one get stuck back here? Man, this is the worst part about having everything following you. Is that it's really easy to lose a dinosaur here or there. Like, they get stuck on rocks, and then you just can't figure out where you lost them. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find this guy. I may bring you guys back in a minute. It'll probably take me some time to figure out where that last parasaur went, and I do want it for collecting stuff. Plus, I don't like leaving tames out all across the map for no reason, so... Alright, I'm gonna go look for that parasaur, and I will bring you guys back when I find it and when we're ready to keep going. Okay, found the parasaur, and it's getting attacked by terror birds, and awesome. Great, so we lost a parasaur. That sucks. That's okay, though. I do have taming stuff. We'll just collect up what we can. And if we find another parasaur kind of on the way, I can tame it, because I do actually have some trank darts with us and some bolas, so it won't be hard to pick up another parasaur for a pack mule along the way, if we want to. Alright, come on, guys. Bring them over this way. Oh, there's another Rex up there. Level 40. We're gonna do our best to avoid any more Rexes. Not because the raptor squad can't handle them, but because, well, it's a little bit terrifying, honestly. If we run into a high level one, I'd feel bad about having to kill it at this point. Because at some point on this game, we are going to be taming Rexes for a Rex army to take down some bosses. Obviously that's a long ways out, but I still, if we see a high level Rex, I would like to leave it in game, just in case it's still there by the time we get around to our Rex taming episodes. Alright, come on, parasaurs. Man, these guys are slow. Come on, no, come over here. Come over here. This way. Oh. Oh my goodness. Please stay with me. Alright. Oh wow. 48 degrees. That may be a little too hot for us at this point. If we have to, we can always stop and set up the tent somewhere. Capros. I'm actually amazed that I haven't gotten, like, jumped by a capro yet. They're always just kind of wandering around. Capros are probably one of my least favorite dinosaurs on the game just because they can grab you off of your mount and basically jump you really, really far away from anything that can save you. Alright, so this is the mountain. And if you want to see kind of where it is, it's down here. This little, like, darker area that we are pointing at is the mountain where there's crystal and obsidian that we can find. So this is where we're headed. If I can keep everybody together. Degrees. It is getting a little bit hot out here. I may have to stop and set up the tent. Let's go a little further up this way first. Oh, don't like arthropluras. Okay, everybody around this way. Scorpion. Alright, I'm going to stop and set up the tent because we are losing a pretty good amount of health here, and I will bring you guys back when it's a little bit cooler and we can carry on with the journey. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we are back. It is now a little bit later in the day, game time, and 46 degrees, which as you can see is only hot to us right now. So we are going to pick up the tent and carry on with our little journey here. Kind of skirting around the mountain here, looking for the best way up. Oh, that's a cool RG. That is a really cool colored RG. I love that pink and the yellow. And the cyan feet. Oh. Man, I really like looking at Easter dinos, even though I don't necessarily tame too many of them. I think it's really cool to see all the different colors you can get. Oh, there's a Uteranus over there. We are going to do our best to avoid that. I think we can probably go up the mountain this way. Now, I do see a rock elemental up there, and I am kind of curious to test out something that a viewer suggested. with the Parasaur sonar ability. So first we're going to get up here, and we're going to make sure that we're not in danger. Yep, wild rock elemental. Alright. So I'm going to leave these guys here for just a second. It might be too far away. Gotta be kind of careful because I don't want to... Oh, cool, it does. Does it? Is it the RG that it's picking up? Or the rock elemental? I wish the RG would take off so we could see. Nope, it's the rock elemental. Cool. So, officially, parasaurs can detect rock elementals that are hidden in the ground. That's kind of amazing. That's going to be really handy from here on out. Alright. So I think what we're going to do is kind of skirt up that way and see if we can get to the top of the mountain without actually running into that rock elemental. We are going to have to take down a few thorny dragons, but I think that's alright. I think we can do that. Make sure everyone has all their levels and things. And that no one's super weighed down. You guys are still on passive. Alright. Here we go. That's really cool that these parasaurs can detect the rock elementals, because as far as I can tell, they really detect anything at all that is carnivorous. So I was playing around on an island single-player game, and it doesn't look like parasaurs can detect the presence of Therizzinosauruses. And that's pretty strange to me, because Therizzinosauruses are one of the most dangerous creatures on the island. Like, yes, they're herbivorous, but they will wreck you. And because of that, I think that parasaurs really should be able to detect Therizzinosauruses, but that's okay. I mean, I'm sure they would detect it if it was actually a threat. Did we lose another parasaur? We probably did. We have 1, 2. Where's the last one? It was right there. Dang it. This is what I hate about having dinos follow you, is that they're always, like, disappearing. And there's a huge stomping noise, but there is nothing stomping. Interesting. Alright, well, we still have one of our original 3 pack mules, which is a little bit disappointing. I don't even know. Where did that other one go? That's gonna drive me crazy. Maybe we'll pick it up on the way back down. I don't know. Alright, we're just gonna carry on. There's another rock elemental. These guys... Oh, a Uteranus. That sucks. You're only level 44. Alright. With how good our raptor squad is, I'm not too worried about it. But the fear... the fear is the worst. Oh no. Well, that's a disaster. Oh boy. Not good. Okay. I hate that Uteranus sphere ability. Oh, there's our pack mule. Oh no. Oh, come on. We'll come back for that parasaur in a minute. I just want to make sure that nothing dies. Want to keep as many of these as we can. Alright. Oh no, there goes Pack Mule. Killed by a rock elemental. Oh, what a mess. Okay. It's so hard to keep things alive when you've got a big train like this. Okay, so we still have Cherry. The other pack mules, I think, are pretty dead. As long as we can keep the Raptor Pack and Cherry, I think we're gonna be okay. This is a really dangerous idea to come and get up here. However, we are here, and there is crystal, so I'm gonna kind of take a once around this area and make sure we kill anything. Kentros. That's a cool Kentrosaurus. But everything has to die. I don't want to risk losing Cherry. Oh. There we go. Kentros are super dangerous, as you can probably tell. I don't have the hide or silk on me. I'm just gonna make one of these real quick to keep us safe from the heat or cold, as the case may be. Alright. I think we'll be okay here to gather up a bunch of crystal and obsidian. I'm gonna kinda... Gosh, these Easter RGs look just amazing. The new RG model, I have to say, I'm really impressed with the job that Wildcard did on these. They look absolutely incredible. I'm really excited to be able to tame and use one on this map. Obsidian. Perfect. I'm gonna keep leveling health. We don't need to keep the stone. I'm gonna keep leveling health on Cherry here until she's got a little bit more to keep it alive. Look at all this crystal. Alright, okay. It's super dangerous up on this mountain. We are also going to keep any rare mushrooms we find from gathering the crystal, because rare mushrooms are the taming kibble for the Procoptodons, and we do definitely want to tame Procoptodons here pretty soon. To act as nannies, and because they're just really, really cool. Alright. So how are you doing weight-wise? Pretty good. Awesome. You lose... Everyone still is mostly okay. I'm gonna go kill that saber over here. I've seen a lot of pink sabers in this Easter event. Alright, come back around this way. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more obsidian and then keep gathering crystal. Crystal, I think, is more important at this point than obsidian is. Crystal I'm going to be using to make spyglasses and scopes and the desert goggles. And obsidian is really just going to be used at the moment anyway to make scissors so we can change our hairstyle. Because the base haircut is, well, it's pretty awful. So we want a cool one. Is that one? There we go. But of course we're eventually going to want to keep some obsidian around to make some polymer. Although we'll also get to the point where we can harvest up some mantises out in the desert, and those provide organic polymer. And organic polymer, I always use that if I can, just because it's a lot easier to gather, resource and time-wise. It's a little bit more efficient, in my opinion. This is awesome. We are gathering quite a lot of materials here. Way down. See the shadow there from... I think it's yep, the Tapahara. I'm always a little bit wary because sometimes the wyverns do escape the trench here, and you will see wyverns wandering around the map generally, and they can and will aggro on you even if you're just on the ground. So it's always a good idea to like keep an eye out for wyverns overhead. Alright, how are we doing? You're probably pretty full weight-wise, but I'm gonna take some berries. Yeah, I'm gonna take some berries. We're kind of hungry anyway, so I'll give you a little bit of weight. Not much, but a little. Alright, so that's all that Cherry can carry. We're gonna head back down this little mountain area and see. Let's see, what's the way down? That way. Ugh, so dangerous. Cherry, don't get stuck. We're on the little mountaintop here. Okay. Cherry, don't get stuck. Come on. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go see if maybe that other pack mule is still alive where I left it. And if so, maybe we will come back and get a few more resources, or maybe we'll just spread out the ones that we already have on Cherry so that they're not quite so heavy and weighing it down. Because, boy, it's getting kind of slow. And the raptors really can't carry much of anything, unfortunately. Because they have very, very low health, as you can see. You might be able to carry that. That'll help. But they really can't carry much. So they're really more just for bodyguarding purposes and defense purposes, and they've done a good job. Although obviously we've lost a couple of raptors, which is, I mean, parasaurs. We lost a couple of parasaurs, which is quite sad. I did go to all the trouble to tame those, and then they just did not survive at all. Let's see. Ah! Alright, well, we are weighed down. Drop that. That's a little better. I'm trying to figure out which way we came up, because I wanted to see if the parasaur is still alive. We'll just let them deal with that. Alright, where are we at? Well, this looks kind of dangerous. But I think we're gonna go through it this way anyway. Oh man. So dangerous. Okay. I'm really nervous about losing Cherry now. After we lost everything else. I think we're gonna have to leave that other parasaur. Maybe we'll find it sometime when we come by. I think it might have died. I'm gonna have to check the logs. But I'm more interested in making sure we get these resources home. Freaking microraptors. Dang it! Why? And this is why you leave a dino on neutral, just in case a microraptor comes out of nowhere. It was a cool looking one, but I'm glad it's dead. Alright. Squad. No, we want to be on Brimstone. There we go. What? Alright. Okay. Alright, now we can keep moving. We're gonna make our way down this way. Probably heading straight here. looks like a good little path. I don't see anything particularly dangerous this way yet. No rock elementals, which is the big danger at this point. Okay. Make our way over here. Couple of raptors over by this lake again. Terror bird. I do think that horses were a good addition to this map. So the Equus obviously are really cool. They're a super great like low-level mount if you can get one, and they actually do pretty well at high levels too if you like breed up a good one and you level it. They can be a really solid way to get around, especially in the early levels of the game. Dang it. Raptors. Where's Brimstone? I'm always losing which one is Brimstone. There we go. May have to paint the saddle or something so it's easier to find it. Okay. There we go. Now it's just a matter of getting back to base. And we lost every single one of our pack mules, but we still have Cherry, so there's that. Excellent. So, as I was saying before, horses, great addition to this map. The problem is that there are so many, like, just other horribly dangerous things that where the horses spawn is actually, like, it's really difficult to actually tame a horse on this map because you'll just automatically run into something dangerous, pretty much. Like, it's really hard to clear out an area to the point where you can tame a horse and then while it's running wild not run into something that's going to eat your face. So horses are great, but I think they should have rethought where they put the horse spawns on this map because most of them are down in this area, which obviously is full of terror birds and wolves and capros and all sorts of things. And there's like no horse spawns anywhere that you will also find like the parasaur spawns and the morellotop spawns, which are like the only two peaceful creatures on the map. I don't know. It just seems like poor planning on their part, on Wildcard's part. And the rocks. Man, the rocks are the worst. One thing I wish they would add to parasaurs is some sort of jump ability or like a walk over ability, kind of like they did for Rexes where they can now walk over like really big rocks. I wish parasaurs would be able to walk over like even little rocks because they're always getting stuck if they're following you around. And they're a little bit slow. And their turn radius is terrible. But sonar ability is really cool, so there's that at least. Kind of want these Silica Pearls. Alright. You don't have the space. You can probably carry these. I'm gonna level you up. We're getting quite a bit of health on these guys, which is really good. I want to make sure that they can survive, take a beating if they have to. Oh man, that Rex is going to be right where we want to go. It's only level 16. And we can probably do it. Alright, make sure we have everyone. Gosh, that roar is so cool. So cool. I'm really glad that they did the TLC on these things. Lovely. Ooh, 76. 76. I don't think we want to mess with that one. Alright. And I apologize if you are hearing any strange noises in the background. My dog is in the room with me, and she has decided just now that she is frustrated with me sitting on the computer. So, if you hear any strange groans, I apologize. Alright. So Jerboa is making a noise. That means that there is an event coming. A weather event coming. Can't remember which one that is. I think that means a lightning storm. Not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've looked at those. The high-pitched yelp is... I can't remember. Okay. I'm gonna stop and wait for Cherry to catch up. We're getting there. That's a really cool Lystro. Oh, it's level 80. I would tame it and take it back as a companion for XP candy, but it is a little bit far. Okay. Come on, everyone. Alright, it is getting a little bit hard to see here. Make sure Cherry's still following us. Wait, Cherry is slow. Come on, Cherry. Nope, nope, nope. They just don't navigate around the rocks very well. And there are a lot of rocks on this map. Okay. Alright, it's officially nighttime. I'm gonna gamma up just a little bit so that you guys can still see. As I said, I don't usually use gamma when I am playing. I think dark is part of the game. I'm only using it in this case so that you guys don't have to stare at like a dark screen where you can't really see anything. Come on, Cherry. Oh, are you stuck? Don't be stuck. There we go. Alright. Yep. Lightning storm. That's what I thought it was. Cool. So, man, these lightning storms look really cool for some reason right now. So lightning storms on Scorched Earth, as you may or may not know, they basically short out any electrical things that you have going on. So in this case, if I were to fire... let's use the one that doesn't have trank arrows on it. If I were to fire like any sort of electrical item... Why am I hitting my raptor? Because they're following me too close. If I were to fire any sort of electrical weapon, like a gun or, yeah, any kind of gun, really, it would short out and not work, and it would take a huge amount of durability damage as well during a lightning storm. It also turns off any electrical generators that you're using at the time, so basically everything electronic shuts down during a lightning storm, which is kind of amazing. And it is really hard to see, so I'm going to bring you guys back when this lightning storm is over. I may just hole up here for a second. Gamma up a little more so I can see. This is not the best area to be stopping in, but we should be okay, especially if I stick close to the raptors. I might just get on the raptor and hang out for a second. I'll bring you guys back when this lightning storm's over. We're almost back to base. Alright guys, so we are back. The lightning storm is over, and it took so long to get through it that I just made my way back here up to the base that night and waited until morning to keep recording, because obviously it was just a really long time. It was a bit ridiculous how long we had to wait. longest lightning storm I've ever actually think I've seen on this game. So it was a lot of me just sitting in a tent, kind of AFK. Alright, so this is kind of where we're at now. We made it back. We have everyone from the squad intact. We have a couple of T-Rex arms, I think. Yep, this raptor has a couple of T-Rex arms because obviously we killed a couple of those. So we have some trophies if we wanted to start putting some trophies up around the base. And we did collect a decent amount of crystal and a little bit of obsidian and then a few rare mushrooms, which is great because these mushrooms we can now use to tame some Procoptodons. Crystals and obsidian obviously we can use to craft up a few useful items around here, which we can do in the next couple of episodes as we're moving forward with base development and getting together a few more tames. Awesome. So yeah, we did lose all 3 of the pack mules that I had tamed going into this episode, which kind of stinks, but that's the way that caravans work, and that's kind of how Scorched Earth is. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't lose a single raptor that whole time as well. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. It was successful. We did get our resources. So if you have not already, please hit that like button. It really, really does help me out. And signing off, this is the Iguana. I will see you guys next time.